Welcome again, family, friends, enemies, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The World as We See It. Okay. Now, before we get started, want to ask you if you're enjoying our program so far or the things we're talking about. Let us know in the comments. If there's something else that you would like us to touch on, also let us know that in the comment. But don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can know when we upload a new content.
This is Miss Glass from your child's school.
Yeah, I know who this is. What's going on?
Hey, I was calling because I'm having a little bit of an issue out of your son today. He is not wanting to sit down in his seat, and he will not stop talking. So
Oh my God, I thought he was sick. So y'all don't handle that?
Well, usually we use our behavior management system, which requires for us to call the parent if the behavior is
It
getting.
don't seem like it's really managing it. If you, y'all can't. I'm trying to work.
And I understand that, and I also am trying to work, but I want us to work together to ensure the success of your scholar.
She's trying to get smart. Okay.
No, ma'am, I'm not trying to get smart. I just want us to work together to ensure the success of your scholar.
Well, what he doing?
He won't sit down and he won't stop talking. Therefore, he's not able
You
to
tell me you
complete.
can't make him sit down.
Well, I can't make a child do anything. I can request it, I can ask it, but I can't make him do it. And so I'm wanting to work together.
Like I brought him. I sent him up there to that school because y'all need to know how to handle. I thought they had teachers that know how to handle kids. If y'all can't handle them, I don't know what you want me to do.
The video that you just saw with the teacher on the phone with the parent, and you saw the parent's reaction to the teacher. I'm a teacher also. I teach high school English, and I want to tell you something. What you just witnessed there is not an anomaly. It is not something that is unusual, right? We have a major problem in our schools here in these here yet to be United States. It has gotten to the point where not only are the students, the children, disrespectful to teachers, administrators, and everybody else in the building, including themselves, but we've got parents who co-sign on this disrespect. Some parents would actually come into school to defend their child's bad behavior. That's where we are today. So imagine your child who is a good child, a good student, wants to learn, sitting in a class, and in that class is one, two, possibly three, maybe more children who have decided, you know what, I have no interest in this class, I have no interest in being in school. The only thing I'm interested in is disrupting this class as much as I possibly can. When that happens, that affects your child who wants to learn. But here's the problem. Teachers and the school administrators, we're all restricted in how we can handle this. Our hands are tied. If I say, okay, you disrupting my class, I've spoken to you a couple of times, leave, go out, just go out to the door. Guess what happens often? That child is brought back by an administrator who then informs me that I can't send the child out. So what do you think that child is going to do, an act after that, after being supported by the administrator against the teacher? You think that child is going to come into class and say, you know what, let me be a model child. Let me sit down and listen to what's being said to me. Let me answer the questions. Let me do the assignments. No, that child is going to be like, whoa, you mean I can get away with this? Well, how much more can I get away with? How far can I push the envelope? That's what's going to happen. And in the midst of all this, your child is going to be left behind because there's no learning going on in the class. The teacher doesn't have time to pay attention to your child because they'll have to spend so much time calming down the various disruptions that erupt from time to time in the classroom. Eruptions that are being supported by parents and the school system as a whole. See, here's the problem. if we suspend some of these kids, they say, okay, there are too much suspensions going on. So you can't suspend them. Got to keep them. Last week, I had a child in the hallway. I was giving them instructions as to where to go, where not to go, and I was threatened. The kid said he would slap the out of me. Guess what? I was advised to do a report. I did the report. I sent it in. I spoke to the administrator who I was advised to send a report to. I spoke to him 2 days later. Said, what's going on? He said, oh, I spoke to them. I told them they shouldn't do that. Now, you could just imagine when he said, hey, kid, you really shouldn't do that. The kid said, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just be a milder kid. Maybe I should go and apologize to that teacher for threatening them. Right? None of that has happened. Why? Because the whole system is afraid. The parents are afraid. The administrators are afraid. The teachers are afraid. The only people in this equation that's not afraid are the children. And something has to be done. Now, you send your child to school and you expect us to handle your problems, especially since our hands are tied and we're restricted in so many ways. You better handle your kid at home before you send them to school. Or there's not going to be any school. After a while, there's not going to be any school because the inmates are allowed to run the asylum. So, that's it for now. Until next time, this is The World as We See It. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share with your friends, especially with other teachers, because I know they're feeling the pain. Kwaheri, Assalamu alaikum.